The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
I must be the greatest.
Let's get that done.
I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away from us. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana hearing a lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or key, anybody, think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's a perfect deal to make.
BoxingVoice.com.
15 minutes. Can you be strong for 15 minutes? 10 minutes. Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Some things about we got to deal with his body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you won't take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, another spontaneous edition. And if you don't know, we had Keith One Time Thurman on the show via Skype video, so you can go check him out on our last episode today. Plus, we had Jamal Charlo's trainer, Ronnie Shields, and me and him went at it, debating this whole Canelo saga. But now we're back because Canelo must listen to the show. He got tired of all you callers talking about he ducking Andre. He ain't like how H Money was talking. So he sent an offer to Andrade, Demetrius Andrade. He sent an offer over to Sergey Kovalev, the 175-pounder. And he sent an offer over to Jaime Munguia, the 154-pound WBO champion. No offers for Jamal Charlo. So this is what we're going to be discussing. If you're interested, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. I really want to hear your take. What do you think? Are we jumping the gun? Is the offer for Charlo going to come? I don't know. We should have Mike on the show a little later. He might make a guest appearance. Oh, Michael Gross himself. And we're going to, we got to mull this one over. He stepped it up. He offered Andrade a contract, right? A fight deal. He's offering Sergey Kovalev 175-pounder. Not much you can say now. Not much they can say, the haters, I guess the Charlo fans now have to decide who's more deserving. Is it Andrade or is it Charlo? Who's done enough? Is Canelo, by not sending Charlo an offer, saying that, Charlo doesn't belong, hasn't done enough? Or is his offer simply still sending and hasn't arrived yet? Because it really doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. If you're going to fight Andrade, you might as well fight Charlo. Why go through all the public smearing with the WBC making you franchise champion? So, and if you don't send an offer now to Charlo, what sort of message are you telling us? Is he too dangerous? Or are you saying he's just simply not on this level? Which, honestly, I'm not going to say he doesn't belong on this level. He obviously belongs on this level with the rest of them. Now, it's interesting, man, because there was a lot of backlash with the Munguia offer. And right away, we find out that Eric Gomez was talking to, the peoples of Demetrius Andrade, Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn right away said that they would be, ready for that fight in a heartbeat. You can head on over to ESPN.com and check that article out. But it's breaking news. It just published, all these things are happening quickly. And really, it's going to take one of these fighters to decide, because that's what it is. Canelo put his offers out there. You guys got to take it now. You could get the Kovalevs of the world that feel the offers are too low. But remember, Dillian White thought the offer was too low, and Andy Ruiz took it, and now his life has changed. And that's all we need to worry about and remember. But I quote, I spoke with Eric Gomez, Golden Boy matchmaker, and Robert Diaz. They've asked if Demetrius would be available to fight Canelo in September, Hearn told ESPN Wednesday. The answer is a big yes, and although I don't think we are the first choice, it's the undisputed fight and one Demetrius would be 100% ready for. We'll see what happens over the next few days. Gomez acknowledged the discussion with Hearn, but said Alvarez also has other options. Yes, we all know he has plenty of options, and that's what we're here discussing. That he has these options. He has the ability to pick and choose at 175 and 168 and 160. So the people that he picks and chooses need to think wisely. They really need to think wisely. But I quote, yes, I had a conversation with Eddie. I had conversations with a few people about opponents. There are a few options out there for Canelo, Gomez told ESPN. We're checking out everything. Canelo has a few options, and we're exploring all those options, and we'll make a decision soon. Gomez said that Andrade was a viable opponent, adding that Canelo wants to fight the best, and we're giving him a few options so he can make a final decision. He's in the loop on everything, end quote. So, I mean, look, this is right on par. Canelo now chooses with Eddie Reynoso and Chepo. They decide what is the best option. Now, we know there's still an offer out there for Triple G to fight in T-Mobile. And I know the fight isn't undisputed, Rob. That I'm reading the quote, if you want me to misread the quote. But, yeah, the quote said for undisputed. There is obviously the Jamal Charlo belt out there that will ruin those plans. But essentially, I mean, he does have the WBC in everyone's eyes. So weird, man. Weird situation the BC has put us in, without a doubt. But again, plenty of options for Canelo. I think that if he fights Jaime Munguia, that is hard to defend. While Jaime's a champ, he's just so young, and I don't want to see him rushed. The Grossinator on the late face. What up, Gross? What's up, Gross? How you doing over there? Oh, I forgot he bougie, man. He don't talk without this intro.
WTF Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. And he stayed out for 47.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice. I am your co-host, Michael Gross.
Champ.
What up?
You definitely not connected to your mic. Come on, man. Fucking rookie.
I thought I was, man. Nigga, your camera not on.
I got my camera on because I ain't had no co-host. You want to connect your mic now?
How about now?
Oh, he back.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's going on, everybody? Back with another one. Canelo offers Andrade, Munguia, and Kovalev the September 15th. Mexican Independence Day, right?
Yes, sir.
So he's trying to get one of those guys in the ring, and I can't really be mad at those choices. Maybe the one that I'm least excited about is Munguia. I don't see Triple G's name on there. Is he like totally off the board?
Of course not. I mean, he's got his own negotiation with Canelo that he's already turned down. So his offer is there. He just got to take it if he want it, or try and revise it within reason, so that Golden Boy doesn't just, cast him aside, because they got options.
The only one that I would say is like a cherry pick is maybe the Munguia, because I think he's still kind of green, still kind of young. We've seen what's the guy name from Ireland? Hogan. We've seen Hogan, in my opinion, beat him. So I think Canelo might try to get him early, like Floyd got him. So I don't really like the Munguia fight, but I do understand that it's a big fight for the Mexican boxing fans. So I can't really see Munguia giving Canelo many problems. But Andrade, very, very skilled boxer. You know what I'm saying? He had fun the last time he was in the ring over the weekend, doing a lot of stuff that I just hadn't seen before from him. So I think Andrade would be a tough challenge. And Kovalev might be a tough challenge, but he has been stopped twice. So I think, and we all know Kovalev do not like body shots, and we know Canelo is a wizard with those body shots.
For sure, man. Well, obviously, you've been on the sideline, man, so I don't know if you got any other takes. Obviously, he hasn't offered an offer to Charlo. Do you find it strange? I mean, to offer Munguia, Andre, Kovalev, and Golovkin, and not Charlo. Nothing on Callum either yet.
I mean, when it comes to Charlo, bro, I mean, it's just one of those fights that's, I believe, like Wilder always says, low risk. I mean, high risk, low reward. Like y'all said, nobody really, I guess, outside of the boxing fans really know Charlo, because we've seen that over the weekend. He did like 434,000 views.
Yes, sir. Something like that. Yo, disconnect your phone, champ.
I can't, man. These all old ass messages, bro.
My man got his shit just ringing up there like a storm.
But yeah, like I was saying, with Charlo, he's like a high risk, low reward, and he's on the other side of the PBC stable.
Okay.
One thing
I was cutting you off. I didn't let you talk. I was gonna say, because Andre is just as high a risk, no?
I know, but one thing that we did notice that Bob Arum in the Zone, or ESPN in the Zone, or Matchroom, however you want to put it, they can work together and develop big fights. We've seen it with the Jose Ramirez and Maurice Hooker, and I think that there's another one coming down the pipeline. I'm not quite sure of.
Let me ask you, because they're calling me biased. It's funny. It doesn't matter the fighter. Ultimately, Ness is biased. So now I'm biased towards Canelo because of my Latin bias. So you tell me, is Charlo versus Canelo a bigger fight than Canelo versus Jaime Munguia? Because I heard you just now say, I understand that it's a big fight for the Mexican community. How big? Is it bigger than Charlo?
It's bigger than Charlo, but at the same time, it's not as competitive as a Charlo fight. The only reason I say it's bigger than Charlo is Munguia has a lot of buzz about him down in Mexico. A lot of people have been following his whole career, so he's not like he just jumped on the scene. And he been like headline on the Zone, and he headline on was it a Golden Boy card or something like that? I know he had a couple headlines. So it's like this, man. Canelo's looking around the thing, just like no different than how Floyd did it back in the day. Looking at the thing that just looking around and saying like, hey, I could fight him. Remember, Floyd didn't fight Paul Williams. Canelo's not fighting Charlo. I mean, a lot of guys that we wanted to see for a fight that he didn't, but we understand that it was a business move. He was all about his money. He knew that Mexican and black can sell the most. Now, Mexican versus Mexican, we seen Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight Canelo, and they did 1 million pay-per-view buys. So I know this fight won't be on pay-per-view, but if they could have it in a stadium or like in Texas somewhere, then I think it would be a damn big turnout. I believe that it could possibly do more than Canelo, Liam Smith, more than Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia, and maybe even more than the Pacquiao fight. You know what I'm saying? Two Mexicans fighting in Texas is a big fight to me.
So you think that's where they'll stage the Munguia Canelo in Texas?
That's where to me that's where it makes most sense. And knowing Canelo, I mean, I don't think don't think Munguia is on that level to really mess with Canelo just quite yet. And I think Canelo would definitely take the fight down in Texas because we've seen what he did with the Liam Smith fight, almost 50,000 in the stadium. So I think this fight could have a bigger turnout.
Definitely. I mean, I know they had like a toy drive going on for that fight, so they had a couple of what do I call it? I don't know, fucking deals, right, for tickets. I know tickets were as low as $10 maybe, plus you could like trade a toy in for a ticket or something like that. But all right, so you think Jaime Munguia is a bigger fight versus Canelo than you do Canelo versus Charlo. So is Andrade a bigger fight with Canelo than Charlo and Canelo?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think Boo is a bigger fight, but it's an easier fight to make, though. It's not a bigger fight, in my opinion. I think the Charlos got a little bit more buzz about themselves than Demetrius Andrade do. I wish the Zone would have came out with those numbers for the viewership for the Andrade fight. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how he stacks up against Jamal. I mean, the fight was, you know what I'm saying, kind of entertaining. He got knocked down and stuff, but it still went 12. So I'm not quite sure. He needed a spectacular performance against Selecki to make Canelo want to fight him, to like put the pressure on Canelo.
What's up with them numbers though? Like we're starting to see more PBC guys on Showtime do that 400 mark. Have 600,000 people just decided, fuck it, I'm getting DAZN and ESPN. I'm not paying for Showtime no more. Why? Because it's not just Charlo, like Javante did low numbers, right? And maybe Broner. Well, no, Broner was on pay-per-view. Do you remember anyone else doing low numbers before these guys?
I know, like you said, Tank did low numbers. Broner was pretty high. I don't know, bro. It just seems like a lot of fans are like not willing to like go in their pockets to pay for that premium channel, and most of the time you can just wait till after the fight and watch it on YouTube. Or watch it on a link or something like that. So I think that's what's going on more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And it's when you don't have the marquee names fighting like a Canelo or Triple G or Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, now Andy Ruiz, then I don't think you'll necessarily draw in their viewership because more people know about those guys than they know about the Charlo. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know Charlo was fighting this weekend, even though he's a damn good boxer. Damn good fighter, something like the casual fan probably didn't even realize he was fighting this weekend. And same goes for Demetrius Andrade. How many people were excited about that fight? How many people were clamoring saying, "Oh, I want to see Boo Boo fight Selecki. He's back." I didn't hear that at all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear many people clamoring and saying that they were looking forward to watching the Boo Boo fight either. So I just think that these guys maybe need to do a better job of marketing themselves. And I know people like, don't do what Adrian Broner does. Don't do it. But at the same time, Adrian Broner steady gets prime time, spotlight, and big fights.
Yeah. And I've heard that before. Like, I don't want to act the fool to get the fight. Why I got to be, ignorant to get the fight. I've heard that. But, Mosley had to get in the ring is what I'm saying. Laura had to get in the press conference. Gennady had to get in the ring. This is just part of boxing, man. You're not acting a fool. You're just doing what you need to do to solidify that future and your family's future. But so is the Charlo fight bigger than the Kovalev fight with Canelo? Is the Charlo
man,
fight
you talking
bigger,
about a three-time world champion
bigger than any other fights? Is that why he didn't get an offer? Because he's the like he is he bigger than any of those fights that we know are there?
No, man, we all know Kovalev is a three-time world champion, been in there with Ward, been in bounced back good, and I think that's probably the biggest fight out there for Canelo is the Kovalev fight. Besides the Triple G fight, I think the Kovalev will have a lot of people intrigued and interested in seeing if Canelo can be the smaller man going up and take out the giant.
So I don't know. I've been on this show alone for a few days, and there's been a lot of
Nigga, it's
aggression.
been 3 days, nigga. Try a whole week, nigga. You went to goddamn me, Dominican Republic for a whole week.
But
nigga.
I'm not complaining.
But
I'm just saying.
hey, one thing I can say, bro, you've been working your ass off, bro. I've been seeing all the videos and stuff you've been doing. Really, 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 kind of jealous, you know what I'm saying? But great work, though, man. Great work.
Nah, man, let's get it, man. Let's turn it up. Look, I'm just saying that I've been on here, and the energy for Charlo has been aggressive. Like, yo, he ducking Charlo. Ness, you Latin bias. Oh, but now you're here, and it's like you're not saying any fight is, smaller than the Charlo fight. Like, you're saying Charlo's the last name on the poll. And based off of everything you're saying, I'm gathering that this is exactly why he didn't receive an offer.
Yeah, man, he got to do something. He got to be like Clubber Lane. He got to do something. Show up to the press conference. Hop in around like you said, man. He like 400,000, bro. I mean, I can't defend it. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, but 434,000 is not gonna get you a shot at Canelo. You have to do more viewership than that. You have to be more outspoken than that. When you do these interviews, let these motherfuckers know, man, hey, I want to fight Canelo. He's fucking ducking me, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Let them know like that. And also, what you have to do is go to one of his fights. Go to one of his damn training camps. Go to one of his public workouts. You know what I'm saying? Open workouts. You know what I'm saying? And run down on him. Nigga, you ducking me. Nigga, you ducking me. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do something.
Right, even Crawford did that, right? Even Crawford ran down on somebody in the gym.
You can't just sit back.
Benavidez did it to Caleb Plant. That's what I'm saying. I'm not asking anybody to do anything out of the normal. These fighters are already doing this and getting the fights.
Yeah, man, you can't just sit back and be too cool for school. You know what I'm saying? Talk about drip and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I love is cool. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, man, this is boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you had to hear Ronnie today talking about, is Demetrius going to get us $10 million? It's like, damn, he got to get y'all 10 mil? Like, he got to get y'all 10 mil.
Did Brandon Adams give him 10 mil?
I didn't even go there. You know, he's like, well, Jacobs got 10 mil. I'm like, Jacobs
had a bargaining chip that you guys don't have.
Well, they got the same bargaining chip.
What's that? Me sign with the zone?
No.
And you give me
no, Jacobs bargaining chip. I mean, I could see that. Jacobs.
Jacobs, he wasn't gonna sign until they gave him what he wanted.
You're right, but remember, Jacobs signing to the zone was because he wanted the Canelo fight, but Canelo fighting Jacobs had nothing to do with the zone. You get it? Like, they could sign Jacobs and say, hey, we're going to get you to fight Canelo, but ultimately they really can't. Like, he's picking and choosing who he's fighting. And that's what ultimately brings me to this point. Is Andrade receiving an offer just to show face? Like, yo, fuck that. Let's check our boxes. The heat is coming on. This dude's in our ecosystem. Let's just send him an offer. Now, we haven't heard that it's a lowball offer the way Kovalev suggests. So it's not like Canelo's giving him an offer that he will refuse purposely not to fight him. But is this a throwaway offer anyway, just to calm us hardcores down?
No, I don't think so. I think Demetrius had a post-fight press conference with presser and post-fight in the ring. He was just like, I can't, you know what I'm saying, say it anymore. I want to fight these guys. I want to fight Triple G. I want to fight Canelo. I have the belt, you know what I'm saying? I have a belt. I have a piece of the undisputed. So if you want that, man, then you guys got to come see me. I don't think it's a throwaway offer, but I do not believe that he's the first option or second option. I think he's the last option. I think Kovalev will be first. You know what I'm saying? Big step up, you know what I'm saying? Going up to 175. Or it could be at a Canelo weight. We never know. Then Jaime Munguia
Nah, I don't think they're gonna do a Canelo way simply because they want the belt. Because then they get to say Mexican 6-time, 7-time champ. You know, that's how Pacquiao and Floyd made their bones, being 8-9 division champs.
Ain't it if you're under like what he say he said 172. As long as you're under that 175, then you get a light heavyweight fight, right?
Yeah, but he can't make the champ, right? So like, all right, I could fight at 75 and not make 75, but I can't negotiate for the champ who's fighting at 75 to weigh under the minimum, right? So like, if the minimum is 169.9, I can't negotiate 166 unless, you know, you're going to accept that dumb shit. Now, will the sanctioning body get involved? Because ultimately, you're forcing their champion to make less than the weight classified for. I don't know. It's a Canelo situation. Let's be real. You know, it's not many people can do this, but the people that have done this are on this caliber. People that make you do catch weights are A-sides. Floyd, Pacquiao, Cotto, now Canelo.
The A-side and the Kovalev fight, like it's not even close, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing who's the A-side at all. What I'm trying to let our listeners know is that this is normal A-side behavior. This is normal A-side behavior. Like, I'm the A-side. Nah, fuck that. Let's get a catch weight.
We seen Adrian Broner do it to Jesse Vargas, 144.
Exactly. How many? And to Porter. Remember they did it to Porter up until the day of the weigh-in. Yes. He was supposed to fight him at 144. And then it was so much heat. And I think Broner himself couldn't make the fucking 44. And, you know, they let Porter weigh whatever. But he still got down there. He was ready to make that. You know, A-side shit. This is part of the game, man. A-side shit. Santa Cruz champs.
Oh wow, he got a grind?
Nah, man. Come on, you see, Mike ain't no real piehead, man. He just smoked. He just smoked. If he don't know what a Santa Cruz is, you just a fake smoker.
This is a boxing show, and you said Santa Cruz. I'm like, all right.
No, you're right. You're right. That is a good way of doing.
You got
word
association.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm gonna rub it in. That is a good way of doing word association, Mike. Like our people's champion Keith one-time Thurman did today when he answered some of the people's question who had a word association game. Shout out to TMG Promotions on Patreon, who gave Crawford who gave Keith a long list of names which Crawford was on and asked them to associate just one word with them. So if you haven't heard that, man, definitely head on over to TuneIn, Stitcher, iTunes, right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. All that goodness to find today's interview. Man, jam-packed. I'm telling you, me and Ronnie went at it. I swear. I wish I had dough, man. I would be like in Ronnie's every week in Texas, man.
Yeah, man, Ronnie's a good guy, man.
Yeah, Ronnie's a great guy. I would be there, though, man. Just get.
And big ups to Keith Thurman, man, for coming on the show and giving
video.
Time.
Via Skype,
showing
the abs to all the Earl fans and all the
Kevin
Crawford
Iole
fans.
In here and shit. He knew Kevin Iole and shit.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, man. That was
people's champ.
I watched a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman talk a lot of shit, bro. One thing him can do. He can talk some shit.
You know, but I'll be honest. He still ain't talking like that. Like, he's still letting you know this is a get back. He letting you know, like, yo, this ain't Danny. Bruh. This ain't Porter. This ain't Crawford. This Pacquiao who's 40 years old. Like, he letting y'all know. He letting y'all know he a realist, man.
You got to watch that motherfucking Fight Hub interview that he had with Keith. Keith went off on Pacquiao. Jeff Hearn? Y'all told me he beat Jeff Hearn? Nigga, he won one round. Out of 12, 11-1. And y'all say he won? He ain't doing shit against Jeff Hearn. That's why I called him T-Rex arms. You see? Boy, I was in the fucking hospital dying laughing. Nigga could barely breathe. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, look, I told y'all once. I'm going to tell y'all again. Ain't nobody got that mouthpiece like Keith. They just ain't got it.
People ain't talk like that right now.
Yo, look. Earl gonna say that one-line slick shit. It's cool. Like, yo, as long as I'm winning, you gonna be injured. Boo, everybody laughing. That's cool. That's that one-line shit. That's dope.
Adrian Broner got it.
But you got to be able to do more than just a one-liner, because guess what? You ain't winning no presidential debate with a one-liner. It just ain't going down like that.
Hell nah, but AB got that, you know what I'm saying, that same stuff inside of him. I think little B-Hop got it too, you know what I'm saying. I really like, I don't know if his name is even Little B-Hop anymore. The Golden Child, Chris Colbert, whatever he calls himself nowadays, big Prime Time. He's calling himself Prime Time. So big ups to Prime Time out there doing his thing. And real quick, man, I want to take time out to really, really thank everybody in the TBV family that wished me well wishes while I was in the hospital. You guys, man, flooded my inbox, flooded my timeline, my Twitter. Some you guys text me, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you to you guys. It really means a lot. You know what I'm saying? You guys checked on me more than my own family did. So appreciate that.
Dog, that's because we is your family, man. Let's get out to these callers, man. Open it up, see what they got to say, what they think of this new news. Because I want to see if some of that Canelo hate is going to dissipate now that he's offered Andrade the fight. You know, Andrade has the belt. It would be a unification. It would be adding to the trinket. So, you know, is he still going to receive some of this hate that he's receiving because he didn't offer Charlo the fight?
And out of those four names, I mean, Triple G, Kovalev, Andrade, Munguia, those are not bad options. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. The only one that I say is a bad option is Munguia, who's not on Jamal's level. Everybody else is possibly on Jamal's level. You know what I'm saying? Andrade, we still want to see him fight Andrade. You know what I'm saying? They had a beef a long time ago, which is still probably brewing. Triple G, he wanted to fight Triple G. Triple G didn't want to fight him, but so we don't really know how much better he is than Triple G or vice versa. And when it comes to Kovalev, he's just a guy who's outside the weight class, who's a bigger, stronger, natural.
I'm intrigued by that Kovalev matchup. I'm sorry. If
I had a
Jamal,
choice, I'd pick that one.
Bro, if Jamal said today, I'm fighting David Benavidez, I'll be like, oh, shit, yo, I'm down for that. And you know what? Right. Why the PBC guys don't do that? Why it had to take fucking Mikey Garcia be the first one to say, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and deal with these fucking scraps you got at 140. Give me the pick of the litter. I'm moving up, down, sideways if I have to. Why I got to take him?
Man, what's going on with your boy Mikey, man? I just seen him with
That's why I said sideways. Because if the offer's good over there, hey, money green. Money green.
True. I just didn't think the way y'all were talking back in the day, him and Bob Aaron had like a bad split. I didn't think they would ever be repaired. Them guys sitting beside each other.
Bob Arum is a completely different man now, if you can see. And I believe
I've been telling y'all.
I believe that he has pressure on him because he hasn't been necessarily.
That Fury shit was a fucking flop. He definitely has pressure on him.
Not just the Fury. I just don't think that he's been necessarily living up to the hype of all the. ESPN opened up their wallets to my man. And he's got to make it happen, you know? And Ramirez going to DAZN, that's not making it happen. You want a unification fight on ESPN. That's not making it happen. It made financial sense for the promoter and for the fighter, but for the network, they ain't happy. For the network, they spent money on Fury to get Wilder, not Tom Schwartz. But, like all networks, they believe in Bob, and they're going to let him guide that ship the same way DAZN believes in, Oscar and Eddie, and they letting him guide those ships. But let me get to these sponsors.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Let's see. We got Mastermind Joseph in Texas. Talk to me.
What's going on, Big Super Mix?
What's going on, man? Good afternoon. Mike, it's good to have you back, brother. Feeling better?
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. I'm feeling a little bit better.
That's good. Look, I'm going to come out and say this right off the bat because I know certain people want to call names, but look, Mike, you've had many off-air conversations with me. You know, I'm even though I like a fighter, I keep it straight shooting. So if Canelo fights Munguia without an offer being sent to Charlo, that's very, very bad, in my opinion, and very questionable and suspect. It's been weird. Usually we get a gauge of who we think he's going to fight. We're pretty sure right off the bat. Right now, it just seems like there's so many different options to go with. It truly has become this generation's Mayweather sweepstakes.
If you had a choice, which one would you want?
Me personally, like I said, I want the Andrade fight. That's competitive. That's a fight that, you know, I think is a bad style method for Canelo, but if he can be successful, that adds to his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Build him up a little bit. So, but business-wise, you probably got to go with Kovalev. And real quick, I'm not sure what the deal is with the offer to be in Charlo, but look, at the end of the day, Ronnie Shields spilled the beans this morning. They're not willing to take. They don't want to risk that fight with Canelo, but they also, when you're trainer and you are saying, I'm never going to the zone, I'm not going to the zone, can you really expect an offer when the money man's at the zone? It's the same situation we talk about with Crawford. You know what I mean? Jermell Charlo, in some ways, is the Crawford of middleweight.
I just think they were banking on the WBC calling that mandation and possibly going to a purse bid, and they were going to try to.
That runs the division.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. And the same thing, like he is Crawford in a way, but Crawford is way more popular and has in my opinion has a bigger fan base. I know you looked at me all strange and shit, but that's just my opinion. So he has enough cachet to say, I'm not coming to PBC. Or he might, you know what I'm saying? He got like a year and a half left.
Oh, I wasn't making a face at you, but you're right. I think Crawford's more popular than Jamal. You know, that's disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think Crawford has more of a leg to stand on than Jamal Charlo. And the public been active for Earl.
Yeah, the public demanding Earl versus Crawford, whereas
the
public
they ain't demanding Charlo versus Canelo, not just yet.
Hey, yo, you see how Mike tells the truth when you got to mix Crawford in?
Yeah, it's like, nah, bro, what it is,
throwing
babe.
Charlo under the button. Nah, he ain't popular now. He ain't popular.
I thought, but look, when you do 434,000, I can't defend you no more, bro. Like, I last week, I was on the show defending the hell out of him. But it came back to his numbers for your homecoming fight. You did 434,000? Come on, man. Come on, bro. You better, in my opinion, man. You better.
Why you guys say for your hometown fight like that had anything to do with it? I mean, they sold it out. It was a sold out crowd.
Yeah,
I seen somebody in the chat talking about, Andre had more tickets sold than Charlo. It's like, damn, bro. Like, people don't know how to be just fair, because it's like, my man capacity is like 6,037. He sold all 6,030. They want him to put more seats on top of people's heads just so he can have more ticket sales. Like, come on, guys, let's be fair.
And Jamal, man, just do what your stablemate did. Run down on his ass. Do what Laura did. Run down on his ass. Ask Laura how to speak that Spanish shit and talk that shit to him. Whatever you got to do,
Hey, yo, I'm glad you said speak that Spanish shit, because that was another thing that I was going to ask you. Do you think that Andre got that offer because he was able to cross over on his post-fight, which is more, it's simpler to go viral and you don't need the zone to see it. In his post-fight, he questioned Canelo, and does he have cojones? Something that right away a Mexican, tabloids, publications, they would probably pick up. Maybe that gave Andre that buzz in the Mexican community to force this offer. I'm just saying, I don't know how much that meant and if it makes sense to you, but I think so. I think, trying to show crossover appeal is better than mum's the word.
Now, do you think with the rumors of Canelo's injury, he might take the easiest fight in Munguia?
If he took the Munguia fight, I would say he is cherry picking, ducking, and all that good shit. And then I would say he is so, like, Oscar hates Floyd, but like they copy him to a T. And I don't know if it's fair to even say that, because that's saying that Munguia will grow up to be a Canelo.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that's possible.
If you get taught a boxing lesson by one of the best boxers in the sport.
But when Canelo came up, he didn't fight like Munguia. Like, Munguia technically
wide.
is wide and just more raw. Canelo has always been like, wow, not traditional Mexican style,
I ain't gonna lie, man. If Canelo fight Munguia, he might stop that, man. Because I've seen this.
And let me tell you the difference, though, and people are going to hate me. But I guarantee you, if Canelo fights Munguia, he does stop him.
Yeah.
And that's what the fuck Canelo does as the superstar that y'all need to start respecting. Because y'all want him to be giving out Willy Wonka tickets and changing everybody's fucking life. But when he go fight a tune-up, he beat the brakes off a tune-up. He beat the fucking brakes off a tune-up. He beat the brakes off of James Kirkland. He knocked Amir Khan out. We thought he was dead. He had Liam Smith rolling around asking for his mama. He had fucking Rocky Fielding doing the same damn thing. He never let a nigga that ain't on his level think that he on this level. But I can't say the same for the rest of y'all. And that's just the bottom line. Hate me if you want.
Chavez Jr.
He beat the dog.
Oh shit, Chavez Jr.
What? I don't think Chavez been back since then.
He ain't been back.
Exactly.
He
out here retiring folk, but y'all mad. He don't want to fight this guy. He don't want to fight that guy.
Did Chavez get robbed by some strippers?
Hell yeah. And that same night, he was concussed out there trying to party in Vegas with the mommies. They left his ass with nothing in the gorra. He had all that money in the hat after the win. Let me get to some boomerangers. We got this switchboard lit up. Matter of fact, we got another mastermind in the building in the New Orleans. Yo, word is born, Deej. Deej got, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. But Deej, man, get a new intro, man. It's a copywritten intro, bruh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella.
Matter of fact, NO2, man, I'm not taking zero chances no more. NO, you out here balling, man. You out here on some truck driver shit. Get yourself a Dollar DiBiase intro so you don't be getting the show in trouble. Deej done got my biggest show with Keith One-Time Thurman in trouble for his little flag-written, copywritten fucking intro. You guys got to get y'all shit together. That's what we got Dollar for, so y'all don't fuck up the show. That being said, what up, though?
What's good, man? Shout out to all my truck drivers out here hustling, trying to make it home for the holidays and shit. Know what I'm saying? Big salute to all y'all. Second of all, shout out to the drawing gang out there. Everybody that got their news holding in the air right now, you heard me? Everybody like hashtag drawing gang in the chat right now, you heard me? But yeah, man, on the boxing shit. First of all, wait, hold on. Stop the presses. What's down, Mike, bro? You good, bro?
What up, homie? You know me, man. Bounce back like a motherfucking G.
What you said?
I said I bounce back like a motherfucking G, bro. You already know me.
Man, come on, man. Like a 4.5 hole, man. You already know. That's what I'm talking about, my nigga. Straight like that, you hear me? Back in the building like you never fucking left. You dig? Hot Soul, hashtag Jordan, hashtag Jackson, Tyson. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm glad you're back in the building, you hear me? Because this nigga never dropping the ball a little. He held it down. I'm talking about, man, chill out. He was holding it down like he normally do, like he been doing. It's just a few little things you did, but it was all good, you hear me? We back in the building, you dig? But look, check this out, man. Y'all gotta stop playing on my door. Say, yes, you make it respectful.
Yo, you guys use that boomerang. But yo, when you call back, remember to tell us if any of these other fights is smaller than Canelo versus Charlo, because there's been a lot of y'all telling me I'm giving Canelo a pass. Meanwhile, he got all these bigger fights on the table, but I'm the one giving a pass. Let me go out to Boomeranger.
BoxingVoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that wrist. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey, Jamal, thanks for calling me the other day, bro. Appreciate that.
What's good?
Man, you already know, Mike, what's going on. It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And welcome back home, Mike. You know you made me, bro, on this show. You and Ness and Deontay Wilder, bro. It's forever salute. I always loved you, bro. When you was in the hospital, I called you, bro. And yeah, you know what's good, bro. But I just want to talk about the boxing Ness and Canelo, man. Canelo versus Andrade. The world wants it. I need that. I needed unification bout. Not only a unification, but an undisputed match for all the belts. Let's do it, man. I can't wait for this fight. I hope they make it happen. Eddie Hearn, E-Money, the best promoter of all time. He gonna make it happen. And if not that one, let's get Jaime and Munguia versus Canelo. I want to see it. Mexico versus Mexico. A war. He's a star. He's a sensation in Mexico. Jaime Munguia, undefeated. WBO world champion at 22 years old. And the Mexicans, they never protect their fighters,
Charlo
man.
undefeated, man. Charlo undefeated.
I'm like, who is that? I call him Charlo, the Charlo sisters, and Bums Only Promotions. And Earl Spence, if he wanted that fight.
Use that boomerang, H money. Let me see. We got JD in Texas. Boomerang, talk to me.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me, but I'm a 54-pounder. But I have a brother that's at 160.
Yo. Listen, man, I want to start off by saying shout out to Rocky Fielding. I want to give a shout out to him because everybody know he did what it took to get the Canelo fight. Also, Amir Khan and James Kirkland, you know, they handled business and did what they were supposed to do. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. When it comes to Charlo, he got to jump through.
He trying to diminish.
Yeah, Charlo got to jump through the hoop.
He trying to diminish, but Amir Khan did 600,000 pay-per-views. Rocky Fielding was a champ at 168. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So,
That 600,000 was probably based off Canelo, bro.
Who else?
That's it.
My man Charlo got to jump through the hoops of fire and shit to get the fight. But anyway,
Brandon Adams a hoop of fire. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay, what you say? What you mean about
is he a hoop of fire?
He turned up Saturday night, nigga.
Is he a hoop of fire, motherfucker?
He was ready to fight Saturday night.
Is he a hoop of fire? Yeah, you don't
Damn, can I get my call? Can I get my call?
Motherfuckers don't want to say that. Is he a hoop of fire? It's called Bob a hoop of fire, motherfucker. Them niggas ain't even lit with kerosene. Fuck out of here. Yo, y'all so
man,
biased,
shout out to Rocky Field.
Crazy as hell. As soon as it's y'all guy, all of a sudden the rules change.
So hold on, Brandon.
I'm just saying, shout out to Rocky. Can I give a shout out to Rocky?
Go ahead.
Yo, you want to give a shout out to Rocky? Tell motherfucking I'm gonna go to my rankings real quick. Tell Jamal move up and fight somebody at 168 for a regular title. Let's see him do it. Let's see him do it.
Hey, damn, I ain't even get a chance to get my call, bro, because I had some fire to say.
You got your call and you got more.
Let me use my boomerang.
You triggering. That means you got a great call. But at 168, who Jamal Charlo's beats? Does he beat Billy Saunders? Does he beat him? Because he got a title. Does he beat him?
Yes.
Okay, that's Mike. I'm talking to the caller. Oh, took Mike to get some put some battery in that bag, huh, Mike?
Let I get his call off, man.
Nah, we ain't done.
I'm trying to figure out where he going with this. He ain't making sense. Tell me how Rocky Fielding don't have to do shit to get the fight, but Charlo do.
Bruh, listen to me.
It's a contradiction.
No, it ain't. Rocky Fielding was the WBA champ. All Charlo got to do now is move up to 168.
WBA regular champ.
Hey, Mike, guess who's the WBA regular champ right now?
At 168?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
Well, look on the screen, champ. Look on the fucking screen. We always saying Canelo following Mikey. Yeah. We always saying Canelo following Floyd blueprint. Somebody need to follow Canelo blueprint. Move up. Prove something. Do something.
Listen,
Get flashy.
listen. This is you know what Canelo could do to get respect from every fucking body.
It took Mikey to move up for that PBC fucking host. The whole PBC side decided to do some great shit. It came from Mikey. Why nobody else move up?
Listen.
How long Gary Russell been down there waiting? Mikey he finally talking about Javante. Man, get out of here, man. Y'all always.
Hey, bro, you ain't getting no.
That is dude triggered, dog. Hey, listen, man. This is what I want to say, right? Canelo can clear out his division. I'm talking about everybody in the division. Move up. By that time, Benavidez and him. Oh man, do you realize what kind of fight that would be at 168?
Bro, he could go to 168 and make the fight with Benavidez right now, who ain't even a champion.
Nah, you and I both know that he ain't doing that shit because it's too big of a risk.
Man, you a
hater.
It's
too much like right.
Hater. You a Canelo hater. You a Canelo hater, bro. You a Canelo hater.
So that one.
All of a sudden, Benavidez. Yo, I'm done with you. I gave you so much time right now. So much time. And I always regret.
I said.
Hey, yo, I always regret giving people extra time, Mike, because listen to him, right? So, Ronald, I never done anything in my life. Anything in my life but sign the Floyd and be a Benavidez B-side twice. He could go the distance with Benavidez, arguably beat him in the first fight.
Come on now.
But Canelo can't move up and be competitive, or he's too scared to move up to fight David Benavidez. I mean, and this guy was a professional fighter.
I mean, we seen what happened in the rematch, and he got dogged the fuck out.
And what you trying to say? That Canelo won't fight Benavidez?
Maybe something wasn't right in the first fight.
I ain't asked you that. I said, what you trying to say? Are you insinuating that Canelo won't fight Benavidez?
Nah, if there's a available option, I think that's possibly a bigger fight than the Munguia fight.
All right, then. This man was trying to insinuate that Canelo would not fight Benavidez. Meanwhile, Canelo got to move up. Meanwhile, we sitting here talking about Canelo moving up to fight Benavidez, not the PBC fighter who want fights. You guys are hilarious, man. Oh, man, bruh. Talking about Jamal got to jump through hoops. Canelo obviously got to jump through hoops. He got to give everybody you want a fucking opportunity to be rich. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Anyway, Nazir, talk to me.
What's going on, Nazir? Nas, what up, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, yeah, what's good, bro? Shout out to Mike for getting better, bro. Shout out to that. All right. Yo, let's talk about the Canelo shit real quick. Nez. Yo, you guys hear me or not?
Go ahead, man. It's all you, baby.
All right, cool.
It's yours.
I'm here.
All right. I'm just saying, bro, you're D-writing Canelo, but then this guy, the real American fighter that he ever fought, who did he knock out? He went to a unanimous with Danny Jacobs. He went unanimous with Austin Trout. He went unanimous with Floyd. So every time when he fights the real black American fighter, he goes UD, and then he'll get the decision unless it's Floyd, bro. So I don't know how you D-writing
90 seconds.
And then every time,
bro. Hey, did he beat Daniel Jacobs?
You can say that, bro. I don't know. You can say that. Just like you can say he beat
Trout?
Triple G.
Did he beat Trout?
Did
he beat Trout coming off the biggest win of his career and knock him down?
I don't know, bro. It was debatable, but I'm just saying, like,
it was debatable. Did Trout knock Canelo down?
No, but I'm just saying he can't knock these dudes out when he fights real fighters.
60 seconds.
Oh, okay. So who's knocking out people then? Who's knocking out people if not Canelo?
I'm just saying all he ever fought was Mexican, and the first time he got a title fight was what? How many fights in? 37 fights in? Come on, bro. You can't say nothing good about this dude. He never tasted the water, bro.
Who's he ducking? Who's he ducking?
No, it's recently. You can say that because the big fighter showed up, but he never fought American until like what? The 41st fight. against Shane Mosley, where when he was washed up, he never actually fought nobody, and you can look at it. And then he never unified a division. You can look at that too.
So
at least you can say Floyd unified a division.
So wait a minute. So are we saying that Lara wasn't a slick black fighter because he was Latino?
No, I'm talking about just American fighters, because right now our debate is about American fighters, right? We're not talking about
10 seconds.
Nobody's debating American but you.
No, I'm talking about African American fighters. He could never fight him, and then he ever.
All
fights
right,
him,
but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Are we saying that Lara's not that because he's from Cuba?
Bro, he lost to Charlo, bro. I'm not sweating about no Arzani Lara, bro. I don't even want to talk about that dude.
But like, Canelo fought him. Canelo fought him. Your whole argument is that he don't want to fight slick black fighters. And he fought Trout, a southpaw, Lara, a southpaw, Floyd, the slickest. Like, what are you talking about?
All right, last one. All I ever want him to fight right now is going to be the two Charlos, Jared Hearn, Julian.
Come on, bro. So check him out. Canelo got to fight slick black fighters, but Charlo ain't got to fight nobody. That's all you want him to do is fight Charlo, who hasn't fought nobody.
I mean, I wouldn't say Charlo haven't fought nobody.
At 60?
I mean, at 60. I mean, he only been there for 3 fights, right?
Nah. It's been a long time now.
The dude with the fucked up leg.
Don't he got like 4 fights up there now, man?
Yeah, and Brandon Adams.
Don't he got 4 fights up there now?
Yeah, and man, big ups to Brandon Adams, man. Fucking came out the nigga ready to fight Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? He ain't, you know what I'm saying, win the fight, but he showed a lot of heart and showed a lot of skills and technique. And he came in looking like a motherfucking sitting on dubs. He was buff as hell.
Bruh, Charlo fought Sebastian Highland with a wooden leg.
Yeah, Centennial.
Then he fought Centennial, who was a 60-pounder for like 2 fights before him. Then he fought Korobov, who hadn't been on the scene since Peter Quillen. You know, when he never got the Peter Quillen fight though. And then Brandon Adams. And Canelo's ducking him.
And remember the only reason he fought Korobov, it was a late replacement. Was
for Willie Monroe,
who's a common opponent with Triple G.
Okay, but it's Willie Monroe. When's the last time he won?
He beat I believe he didn't beat Peter Quillen. He beat somebody.
Who?
Right before that fight, he beat.
He didn't beat anybody with a name. Remember, he lost to Billy Joe and he lost to Martin Murray.
That Billy Joe fight was highly suspect.
Oh, you had him winning?
I had him winning. Yes.
Whoa. We're gonna get to these callers then, man. We're gonna get to these callers. We got to Boomerangers. Yes, we did. We went to Masterminds. And
Hey man, like I can see what the guy's saying. You know what I'm saying? Fight these young black sick fighters in their prime.
So Austin Trout wasn't in his prime coming off the Miguel Cotto win?
And it's a lot of people in the chat, because I didn't see that fight, but a lot of people in the chat saying that they scored a draw or possibly Trout won. So
man, they lying, bro.
I'm just going out because I didn't see the fight.
Well, do film study Tuesday, man. Do film study Tuesday, man. I'm not dealing with dumb dudes, man. But this the thing, man. Floyd said it the best. That's why it's best that he said it, because that's the only dude that they don't criticize now that he's gone. When he was living, Mike, it was a totally different story, and that's what I keep telling you. But they always just going to build up a new guy. Yo, Canelo's been fought the guys that y'all asked him to fight. Like, he fought everybody. It's ridiculous, man. But whatever, I'm going to just go ahead and get to these callers, man. Donald, talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on?
All good.
So my thing here is that people say, why didn't Charlo get an offer? I mean, if Canelo dropped the belt to not fight Charlo, why in the fuck would he send him an offer? Clearly he doesn't want to fight Charlo. Would that make sense? You dropped the belt and now you sending him an offer? If you was going to send him an offer, that clearly states that you would fight him. And if you dropped the belt to not fight him, you wouldn't have dropped the belt. You would have just said, he's my mandatory. He ain't dropped the
belt, champ. Like, you just
listen, Ness, you're sucking him off too much. Stop sucking Canelo off so much. Stop sucking him off so much. I know Mauricio Sullivan is doing it. Now, both of y'all sucking him off?
Yo.
Listen.
So I'm sucking him off because I'm telling the truth. Because I'm telling the truth. You lying. I'm telling the truth, but I'm being biased and sucking him off.
they stripped him in a nice way because they want to keep Canelo because they want to keep getting that percentage. Canelo makes a lot of money, and the more money that the fighter makes, the higher amount of money that the sanctioning body get. They want that money. They like, we gonna fix this to where you ain't gotta look bad. That's why they made up a belt for Canelo. They wouldn't even have made up a belt for fucking Floyd, and Floyd was a big money guy. I'm looking at the W. Just listen to this before my call in. I'm looking at the rankings for the WBA. Swear to fucking God, Canelo will make this fight. Jeff Horn is ranked number 3 in the WBA. Say, swear to God, Canelo wouldn't fucking fight Jeff Horn.
Yo,
say he wouldn't.
Big international fight.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Big international fight for Canelo. That's what y'all don't get. Not everybody
fuck
can
that.
tangle.
You're not finna like your dog.
No,
man.
listen to me.
None of have this ever give a fuck about an international fight.
Listen to me.
What's your main thing?
Listen to me.
Open the goddamn states. Don't mean shit until you fight in the states, right or wrong.
And I told Keith Thurman, same thing. Like, you ain't had that same energy when Horn won that title. But Horn is an international fight. For Canelo, they will gobble that up. The fact that he's never fought in Australia. He's going to Bisbane. Come on, bro. Like, and that's not even a real possibility because I don't even think Canelo fought in the UK yet. So, we just talking and moving along, going to the Cobra, Cincinnati, stand up.
Yeah, Cincinnati gonna stand up. Mikey G, welcome back, bro. Glad you're doing all right, man.
What up?
So before, because I'm the resident Canelo hater, just like everybody else. Before I trash him, let me give him some credit. Okay, he put Andrade's name in the run. Okay, Kovalev, bigger guy, cool. Munguia, that's some bullshit. Glad you agree, right? Again, the things that people are saying are real. I think what the one caller Nazir was saying, I think he didn't do a very good job of getting to the point, but I see what he was saying. Like, he's not. They tried to take the blueprint from Floyd, right? They didn't do a good job of it because when Floyd was 25, 28, what was Floyd doing? He was kicking ass, and there was no excuses about it. He was fighting the best fighters. There was no excuses about it. He had maybe one controversial fight at that time. What do you do? Run it back. Canelo ain't never ran it back to it. Like, we all know it's a problem that
you ran it back one
Canelo
time.
got more controversial fights. One time.
Oh, niggas
but
just going
Canelo
hate.
got more controversial fights.
Niggas is going hate just to hate.
Bro,
look. My man come on here talking about,
bro, you got to quit protecting. You got to quit protecting, man.
When Mayweather was 25, nigga, when Mayweather was 25, show me the 600,000 pay-per-view he did. Shut your ass up and get off the show.
Matter,
your time
it
up.
don't matter.
Get yourself
it don't matter. Quit lying, bro.
Get yourself a boomerang. What you mean quit lying? Mayweather did a pay-per-view at 25, Mike? Because I ain't no historian. But I ain't know he was doing pay-per-views when he was pretty boy.
All I know is, man, when you argue, you can't really bring up somebody else's timeline to like try to compare it to somebody else's timeline because everybody's on a different path. You know
no, because Canelo's a monster.
But Canelo been fighting since he was like 14.
Listen to me. Right? You can't even compare Floyd to Canelo. They want to say I'm dick rotten. Well, I'm about to go all the way in the bag. If y'all want to we're gonna do exactly what the UK callers do, Mike. If y'all wanna say Canelo ain't shit, well, I'm gonna say he the TBE. Cause all you gotta do is compare him to Floyd in the years, Mike. Compare him in years.
Yeah,
compare
man.
Him in years. Show me what Floyd was doing at 22. Show me. No. Let me talk so the public can understand what I'm saying. Show me who Floyd was fighting at 22, and who Canelo was fighting at 22, and show me who Floyd was fighting at 23 and 25, and so on and so on. What did he do at those ages, and compared to what Canelo Alvarez has done at 28 years old? Jamal Charlo's 31. Demetrius Andrade is how old? 32.
Jamal 29.
Nope. I got it pulled up right here. And you're right. He 29. He just turned 29, May 19th. Mike think he know a lot. Yo, he a tourist too, or is he fight on Gemini though? I think the 19th starts Gemini, or it might be the last day of Taurus, right? You don't know
My nigga,
astrology?
I'm not sure about
You don't
all
fuck
those
with
horoscope
astrology? You don't fuck with the astrology, Mike? But all right, whatever,
shit.
man. Ant, you got me fired up, man. Border Wars hook your ass. Rod in 870, talk to me.
Hey, you know, man, you got beef right now.
Yeah,
You got me wanting to buy
all
one of
gonna
them
have
shows.
beef with me because I'm about to put y'all all on drive-by.
You got me wanting to buy one of them shows, man, just to have a 30-minute debate with you on Canelo and tear your ass up. This morning you won because I didn't have.
Ain't nothing to debate. It's like I said, if we compare him in age, look at Jamal. Jamal saying Canelo ducking him. Meanwhile, look at everything Canelo's done in 28 years old of his life. How many accolades he got?
All right, that's cool.
I know it's cool.
Jaime Munguia. Because I want to give my caller. Jaime Munguia is not
more established than
popular
Brandon Adams.
Than Charlo. No. Yeah, Brandon Adams. I agree with you on that. Yeah, he is Brandon Adams. But I thought you were saying Charlo.
I said more established.
So with him,
more established.
When him having Andrade on the list, I think that's a good fight. I accept that. My thing is the Zone was supposed to be the streaming network where we went away from pay-per-views because pay-per-views made fighters fight based on who can draw the most pay-per-views to get people to pay. With the Zone, it's supposed to be this streaming service that's supposed to give us the best fights in the hardcore
that's
fans,
you dreaming.
and then eventually
that's you dreaming. They still need the big fights for the subscriptions, champ. Same way they need the pay-per-views, they need subscriptions.
But Charlo is a big fight to non-casual fans, to hardcore.
Oh, he a big fight to 400,000 people? 400,000 people, huh?
Real 10 seconds. 10 seconds. You asked me this morning, when could Canelo have fought Charlo? In 2016, Charlo had beat Austin Trout, coming off his only two losses was to Canelo and Lara, two great fighters, and he beat them on all three scores judges' cards, and he knocked out J-Rock, who was undefeated at the time. Canelo that year fought Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and Chavez.
Rod, you earned yourself more time.
Go.
Be a true boxing fan right now, okay? I'm giving you more time, and we got to go. Listen, when Canelo fought in 2016, Austin Trout was the biggest name on Jamal Charlo's resume. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
After that fight, he said, I can't make the weight no more. Do you remember or not?
I do remember that, but he fought J-Rock at 154.
And that's what I'm trying to get
to.
He fought J-Rock. That's what I'm trying to get to, champ. That's what I'm trying to get to. There was absolutely zero energy in 2016 after him beating the biggest name on his resume in Austin Trout, who is a common opponent with Canelo. There was zero energy. There was zero talk, okay, about him fighting Canelo. All right? You know what all the talk was? You better not duck Julian Williams. Julian Williams and Breadman, Stephen Edwards, in every interview they could, was saying that Jamal Charlo is ducking him and people need to be on the WBC VADA program. Why ain't nobody taking drug testing? There's a lot of people out here popping. I don't understand. When did you start watching boxing that you don't remember any of this? Any of this?
I remember everything you saying, Ness, because I know you think all of us just started watching boxing
Tell me,
the last 2 years. Because the way I'm looking, see, Ness, I'm looking at it different from where you looking at it. See, you do have inside sources. You do have inside sources that I don't have privy to. So
This
I
is
don't have
common knowledge. This is common knowledge.
No. I
understand
it's common knowledge, but you talking. You talking from a way of, I'm looking at it like this. He beat Austin Trout. He beat J-Rock, which everybody said he better not duck J-Rock. So he decided to stay down and fight one more fight before he went up to 160. What I'm telling you is, if Canelo come calling, I don't care if you got J-Rock, A-Rock, D-Rock, whoever up there, you're going to fight Canelo, regardless of what you say. So Canelo at that time, he had 3 tune-up fights in a row. Amir Khan, Liam Smith, and Chavez Jr. There was 3 fucking tune-up fights in a row after he beat Miguel Cotto, which was a great champion, a great win. And then he could have picked him out of one of those 3 fights. And I don't care who's calling Charlo out, he's going to fight Canelo. At that point in time, he didn't do it. And just like Ron said this morning, we hollering about what Triple G did this, Triple G did that over Charlo. Triple G won't even step in the ring with Charlo. He won't even listen to he could have signed with Bob with Al Heyman and fought Charlo. He wouldn't do it. So it's Charlo's fault now that nobody wants to fight him because he's the boogeyman between one at 160. It's his fault. That's what I'm saying. And y'all
Nah,
this guy
man, I gotta go. I'm sorry. There's gonna be a lot of mad people, and that's just that's the nature
That's
of
your
the beast.
beast. But real quick, man,
Beast.
man, floor record.
But listen, y'all wildin', bro. Y'all wildin'. Like, you can't say Canelo's ducking Charlo when Charlo had his own beef. That's like right now. Oh, I'm ducking you. Meanwhile, Andre showing up at your press conferences, calling you Charlo sisters, calling you all types of names. And then you got Daniel Jacobs, same thing. Oh, you ain't even make $1 million. You ain't on my level, but I'm ducking you. Look, I got to go. Final thoughts is, you should have called in earlier. You should get yourself a boomerang or a ringer. Unfortunately, I can't get to everybody. I got a very, basically I got an emergency, man, at the end of the day. I actually fucking also, you know what? Mike, final thoughts.
Man, just Gross 1911 on Twitter and Gross 2312 on Gross 1911 on IG and Gross 2312 on Twitter. Thank everybody
man.
for the
This
well
was
wishes.
a spontaneous show as well, so I gave everybody what I could, but we got to go. Unfortunately, maybe we'll be back tonight. Who knows? Mike is back, and I'm wired. I'm wired without the coffee. 1.